Unless you've been living under a rock, there's some really scary stuff happening in the world right now. There is COVID, there is Afghanistan, there is oppression happening all over the place. The outward reflection of our world and our ability to create the relationships we need, want, and deserve have a direct correlation, and that's what we're talking about today. Do you have a duty to get good at relationships? You may say, it's my life, it's my relationship. It doesn't really matter if things get good. It's really only affecting me. But that's not true. The world is crumbling. There is pain all over the place. There is oppression happening. Afghanistan, things are falling apart, and your relationship has the ability to directly affect, for good or bad, what is happening and making this world a better place. Over the last few weeks, I've been pretty appalled and saddened by some of the things I've seen on the news, especially related to what is currently happening in Afghanistan. And this isn't a political video. This isn't a video about public policy, but it is a cry and a desire to encourage you why I'm doing what I'm doing and why this channel has the direct ability to affect in a very positive way the entire world we live in. And I'm not saying that in some sort of a dramatic way, but I want you to walk with me down a path really quick. So you have a life and you have things that you are working to either excel in and get good at, or you will be working on these things your entire life. And intimate relationships are one of those things. I know people that are twice my age that have been married 3 or 4 times, that are dating a 20-year-old bartender. Now, there's anything wrong with 20-year-old bartenders, but they are still trying to get the relationship, the intimate relationship, figured out. They don't know what to do, and they are repeating and making the same mistakes over and over and over again. And what does that do to their life? What does that do to their potential investment and ability to work on other things and figure out time? It totally hurts it, right? If you are investing time, mentally, financially, trying to figure out something that you've been trying to figure out your entire life, you are committing insanity. You are expecting a different result and doing the same thing over and over and over again. And guess what? The world is bigger than you and your little relationship. The world is bigger than me and my little relationship. And we have a duty as people that are conscious, as people that care about the world, as people that care about making a difference, to say, hey, I'm gonna get this figured out. One of the reasons I want to get relationships figured out, get really good at them, is because I know that my ability to impact the world in a positive way, your ability to impact the world in a positive way, is directly affected by how successful you are in relationships. Because not only will you not be devoting unneeded time and attention to something that you haven't figured out, right? That you haven't put the mechanics in place, you haven't put the framework in place to be successful, but you're also not benefiting from the empowering effect of having an amazing relationship. Once you get your relationship down, once you get this foundation established, you will be able to move on and do so much more in your life. I am able to move on and do so much more in my life when my intimate relationships, and then by extension, my life relationships, are in a good place. And so if we just continue to do the same thing over and over again, if we continue to make the same selfish choices over and over again, if we allow ourselves to make the same mistakes, to get with the same people who aren't worthy of us, to invest in the same things that aren't worthy of our investment and our time, and allowing us to play small on this basic foundational level of life, which is get good at intimate relationships, you are putting a huge cap on your ability to go out, to minister, to encourage, and to really live the life that you want to live. So I beg you, I plead you to take what's happening in Afghanistan seriously, to take things like Taliban oppression seriously. Women can't vote. Women can't leave their house without a man being there with them. It is chauvinistic, it is oppressive, it is harmful, and it is tearing our world apart in these little ways. And us in the West, us in America, you wherever you're watching this video, if you have not made a commitment to say, hey, I'm going to stand for relationships, I'm going to stand for what I know I can do, I'm going to stand to have a level 10 life in relationship, you are capping your ability to go out and make a difference in the world. And the world needs you, the world needs me. And I beg you, I plead of you to go on this journey with me, to get better, to make the hard decisions, to do the work now, to literally change your life and your world and the relationships you have forever.